I think the breakthrough of Solana compressed NFTs, allowing for 1 million NFTs to be minted for $100, means that allows ticketing and other breakthroughs of what we can use NFTs for, because NFTs are not just PFPs and stuff like that. In addition, the ongoing rise of stablecoins. That's basically a tokenized euro-dollar market that allows somebody working in the rice fields in the Philippines to own dollars, which is impossible for them. And then just the ongoing adoption of crypto. So I know it sounds ludicrously bullish, but that's where we are in the cycle. I mean, I've been in crypto since 2012. And each time you just see it grow and grow and grow as more participants come and more use cases get built out. I'm a macro guy, and so I tend to take more concentrated bets. I'm not running other people's money. Yes, I have an asset management firm that invests in digital asset hedge funds that runs a diverse portfolio of hedge funds because it's a fund of funds. But personally, when I see extraordinarily high quality risk return opportunities in an identifiable macro trend where I can build a investment framework, I tend to super concentrate. So then for me, it's a very concentrated bet. So I'm pretty much 100% crypto and I have been for a long time now. And I make asset allocations about weightings. I don't really do, and I've tried it in the past to try and own a broader diversified base of tokens. I just end up with shrapnel in my wallet that I don't care about. I like to really focus on what I'm doing. So my big focus for this cycle is Solana, and that's been for the last year. Obviously, I have a lot of ETH. I still have some Bitcoin, and then I have a few other tokens here and there. But really, it's a very concentrated bet on what I think is going to be the breakthrough for this cycle. And so, yeah, I'm not diversified at all. So I'm a terrible human being because I'm an investment guy and I should have this broad diversified portfolio. I'm not at all. I'm a profit maximalist when it comes to the opportunity set, but a philosophist when it comes to the opportunity set that this whole space provides.
Well, it depends on the hurdle you give it to. I mean, when we fund them, they might be $5 or $10 million valuations. To get to $100 million valuation is, one thing, but that isn't quite enough for us to feel like we've done it. So getting to $1 billion valuation, so 100 million might take them 4 years. $1 billion valuation might take them 7 years, and a $10 billion valuation might take them 15 years. So we do have a little bit of a dilemma on when we've got a winner, do we distribute? That's an issue we have with our limited partners. I'm my biggest limited partner, so they kind of ride along with me, but I'm very sensitive to people's needs where they say, hey, I really need the money now.
Do you think we're going to get, sorry, Jessica, I'm asking questions.
No, please go ahead. Please go ahead.
Do you think we're going to get any decent exits in crypto in this cycle? Because we've had very few. We've obviously Coinbase, but there's quite a few larger businesses around. What are your views on that? Or do we have to wait longer, you think?
I think Coinbase is going to grow, and I think you'll probably see
equity or the token, or you're indifferent.
What's that?
Do you prefer the equity or the token, or are you indifferent? Because as VCs, you get the opportunity to do either both together, separately.
I like to align with the entrepreneur. So what that usually means is that we need to get, if we're investing in equity, we need to get the tokens if they come. So we want to make sure that we basically have the same relative interest as the entrepreneur does to both the equity and the tokens. That was something, boy, I'm kind of good at asking the stupid questions. And, if I have one superpower, that's probably it. And I'm willing to go ahead and ask, now, wait a second, how does that work? And I keep going and digging down. And when I saw these hypesters creating, oh, we're going to do this and we're going to do that, I would ask things like, um, I didn't ask SPF this, my partner did, but with some of the other centralized tokens that we saw, I said, okay, so you're going to have people lend you their Bitcoin. And then what are you going to do with it? I mean, just asking that question, simple question, would have saved anybody from getting involved in Terra Luna.
All world trade is in US dollars. Whether anybody likes it or not, the US dollar is the single most important monetary thing. And really, dollars, they're restricted in who can get access to them. So if you're in Argentina, you have a problem trying to get hold of enough dollars. If you are in most countries have capital restrictions if they've got a weak currency. And the rise of stable coins, it really shocked me because at first I just thought it was a liquid on-ramp and off-ramp into crypto. And I was speaking to some friends of mine in Singapore who run a big trading business there, QCP, and they said, no. Most of the business we see in stable coins is from corporates. I'm like, what? It's like, yeah, Indonesian corporates trading with Chinese corporates because they don't have the settlement costs. They've both got capital restrictions. It takes a while to put the applications through. They just use this. I'm like, really? And then, I get my hair cut and the guy here is Filipino and all the barbers are all mad crypto punters. I'm like, why are the Filipinos so into crypto? He's like, oh, we all use stable coins because we have remittances and we send money home to our parents. So we use stable coins and, we want access to dollars. And that trend is not going away. And the more people who can will. You've got, don't forget, two gigantic economies where crypto is somewhat restricted right now. It'll reopen up, which is India and China, both 1.3, 1.4 billion people. Both have currency issues in their own rights.